Oh, thank you, Sherry Havens. Thank you. It's It's me again, popping up in your feed like a whack-a-mole, LL. We need to talk a little bit about the upcoming April 8th solar eclipse, which travels from Texas to New York. New York is notoriously called the Big Apple. Apple seemed to be a recurrent cabal theme. Note your iPhone logo and your Apple computer. I think this is largely because the forbidden fruit that Adam and Eve equals humanity were supposed to have eaten in the Garden of Eden. The story has been rumored to be an apple from the tree of knowledge, like a metaphor for something else. Keep in mind that etymological speaking, the word apple evolved from pi root apel. Abel is using the A as a symbol of family crest. It's the Hebrew aleph or bull's head. Baal symbol. Baal is the Phoenician spelling of the title Baal, which is a direct translation from the name Jesus. I previously mentioned Zeus does not mean savior, it means savor, which is the French word for knowledge. Jesus, Jesus is a family tree, so Abel, Bel, Baal, Jesus. Did Adam eat from his own family tree? Children are the fruit of the womb. So was the original sin the incest? Eve was his clone sister that destroyed, ate up, burned up the genetics of their child, or was it the literal consumption of a child, their own? Is this why Christians must consume Jesus during the initiation ritual? It is the fall being symbolically repeated in the form of a mock satanic ritual. Methinks it is so anyway. Anyhow, as the story goes, Eve, the bride, aka Christians, were taken in by some sort of deception. She said, I'll buy that, I'll bite, I'll believe. So it's all this got to do with April 8th in New York. Well, we might have another apple. The new in New York is an obvious homophone pun for new. Knew, New, new, aka knowledge. The Y in York is a symbol that's been used, among other things, to represent not only a tree, a new tree, but both the cross and the serpent's tongue. Note the NASA logo. The eclipse will form a giant X, Hebrew taf, or cross over the U.S. as it passes. This brings us to Orc. Orc is the actual etymological stem of Orko, which is the god of the underworld, and Orca, which is, of course, a whale. The Hebrew English word for whale is tan, and it's the same word that translates into English as dragon, serpent, or sea serpent from Hebrew. On a side note, Jesus has been spelled Zeus, Eosus, and Zeus. Eosus, Jesus, and Zeus means Lord, Eosus, underlord. So our eclipse is going to pass through multiple U.S. cities called Nineveh, and the last one before it exits the U.S. and one in New York, which represents the Big Apple. Note big is a synonym for great, i.e. MAGA, a new tree of knowledge, a new deception, and a whale, a big fish story. Imagine that. Remember, the stem of the name Putin is from Stanum, so tin is more appropriately written tan, which means dragon. Again, dragon is the same in Hebrew as whale. They're interchangeable in translation. Putin recently had an interview with Tucker Carlson where he intentionally removed his watch and laid it on the table, therefore drawing attention to it. The watch said 315. 315 is 9. I'm pretty sure it was not 315 in Russia during this interview. So what's the significance of drawing attention to a watch with the wrong time on it by taking it off and positioning it so the camera could read the face? Well, I thought hypothetically maybe it's because the solar eclipse moves through Nineveh, New York at 3:15 on April 8th, and our dragon whale Putin is signaling everyone who can read the symbolism what time is he planning to bite our Big Apple. He has a nuke by the name of Wormwood. New York is already under martial law and has been for at least a couple of weeks. 40 states at least have called off school for the day of the eclipse. We need to ask ourselves why. I admit this could be a psyop to incite our fear level, a massive energy harvest. They might be trying to wear us out to the point we think everything is bullshit and we believe nothing. Let our guard down so they can both tell us what they're going to do and still eventually catch us by surprise. We're going to dig into what might happen more in the next post, but first I'd like to mention just a few more things. This is not our first bite of the apple. This all began with 9/11 disaster. For those of you who are still fast asleep, it's not a coincidence. Emergency call number is 911, projection, revelation, and method. Now we're all led to believe that the destruction of the Twin Towers was a terrorist attack. We know now that it was an inside job, but everyone bought into, aka the big deception, the Big Apple. Notably, Revelations 9:11 reads, "And they had a king above them, the angel of the bottomless pit, Avalon." Both 9 and 11 in the Concordance Bible Dictionary link to various forms of the name Abaddon. Actually, word root and the title Abaddon means destroyer and destruction. His alias is Hades. 9/11 kicked off the Patriot Act, which legalized the surveillance of all U.S. citizens. In other words, the all-seeing eye of NASA was opened. Will there be an event on April 8th which opens our eyes? Will we know that we are naked, unprotected, and realize? One last thing, April evolved from the word Avril. When I popped Avril 8 in the gematria calculator, I got 666. I also got 939, so 369. Look for the post next to find out what the etymology is saying about this. Thank you, Sherry. Do, do, do. Mm. Oh, shit. Hi, Sharon. Like my limerick. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, there wouldn't be any pickled peppers to peck. Peter Piper couldn't pick any pickled peppers because pickled peppers already been picked. Right? And no one responded to it, Sharon. Nobody responded to it. You're the only response. And I posted it up on 4 Facebook channels and I tagged a few hundred people. And I don't know any of them. And no one reacted to it. How many peppers could Peter Piper pick? You ever heard that? My father used to traumatize me with that as a child. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many peppers Peter Piper picked? Right? Then the logic kicks in. Well, if Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, there wouldn't be any pickled peppers to pick because pickled peppers had already been picked. So Peter Piper really didn't pick any pickled peppers. The answer to the whole thing is zero. Zero peppers could Peter Piper pick. If Peter Piper could pick a peck of pickled peppers, how many peppers could Peter Piper pick? Pickled peppers, really? They've already been picked. They've already been pickled. They're pickled peppers. How the fuck do you go and pick pickled peppers off the vine? See that right there. You realize, oh my God, there's no pickled peppers. All of that for nothing. Just like how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, right? Well, a woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. But the issue is a woodchuck doesn't have arms, so it can't be chucking wood, so it won't be chucking any wood. Woodchucks can't chuck wood. I'm pretty sure I was taught by an old uh, loyalist. My English teacher was very old fashioned, very behind in times. And everybody thought he was mad. And I'm telling you right now, he's laughing his ass off. He's Matthew Burrow. I can't believe that you're doing the shit that you're doing. That would be my English teacher. Because I was the one that didn't appear to be paying attention at all, right? But here we sit years later because it turns out I was paying more attention than everyone. The rebel without a cause. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. And you know, my grandmama laughing. She's laughing. She's been dead 25 years, but she's laughing. No, didn't even exist. Didn't even exist. Jesus was a fish story. A fish tale. A phonetic rue. A sound story. A phonetic fish story. There's an allegory for you. When you truly understand the teachings, the takeaway is that your Jesus you shouldn't be waiting for Jesus to come down from the clouds. You should realize that you're Jesus. You see how this gets twisted, right? Because all of a sudden everybody's trying to save everybody, right? They're running around trying to save other than themselves, right? Oh, you're the first one to catch it. Congratulations. You're right. I'm already here. Been here for 42 years. walking around, acting like a clown, pretending like I don't know anything at all. No, man. Yeah, it's. Where did I put my red hat? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I like this hat too. There's a reason why I like this hat because of the mocking tongue. It was gifted to me, this hat. So I speak with a mocking tongue. Isn't that amazing? And when you realize what I'm doing, it's prophetic. You see, the four's job is to give away the game without really giving away the game. That's going to cause a lot of oscillation. It's going to cause noise and friction, especially amongst the European Caucasians. White noise. There's nobody like me, and it's not possible. Some people would say I was on an ego trip, and I'd say, good. If that's what you think, that's what you think. You can think anything that you think, and I'll do the same. I'm the bastard son of my mother. Bastard children never get respect. Isn't that true? My parents weren't married, so I'm a real bastard. And you don't respect bastards, do you? I know it's true. And I'm my mother's eldest son. I got all the empathic abilities, I got all the intuitive content. And then I got my father's genes too. I got my mother's temper with my father's intelligence. And the two things mixed together was a shouldn't have happened. My story is the fact that I'm still alive. Because according to policy, I should have killed myself by now. And I didn't. And that makes a lot of people upset with me. They can't cash in on my birth bond. You know? They can't liquidate my assets. Because I haven't killed myself yet. The minute you start valuing your time, your life, yourself, is the minute you become the enemy of the state and your community. As soon as you value the words coming out of your own mouth more than those coming out of other than your mouth, right? As soon as that happens for you, they no longer can extract a benefit from you, so they don't find value in your fucking life. Sean, I teach young men to generate wealth, not work for it. I teach young men to make money and things and people chase them instead of them chasing shit that they don't fucking need. You see how dangerous I am? It's not an ego. I realized if you can't get the man to chase you, then you've lost. You've lost all power over man. Because man doesn't want to move for anything that man. Nope. I cut some really old ties. They're older than this lifetime. To break out of this fucking system, you have to break the biological bond. It's not normal. The shit I say, the shit I do, it's not fucking normal. And it doesn't pertain to one generation or two. No, no. 70. 70. 70 generations. That's a long time. It's a long time, right? 70 generations. 7,000 years. 100 years is a generation. So this isn't once in a generation type shit going on, dude. 70 generations. 70th grandson of Nebuchadnezzar. Bloodline of Cain. I'm not even supposed to exist. RH negative. AB negative. Original blood. The bloodlines are so debased from the original content. You see? Because of inbreeding and incest. They knew who you were the moment you were born. Same as me. They knew who I was, what I was, my purpose in this reality. They knew all of it the day I was born. They're able to look at the aura of your soul before you're even birthed into this reality. They can look at your eyes. And your eyes are the windows to the soul. So they can read the soul of a being before it's even born. That's a that's a RH negative trait. Eyes that change color. Your eyes adjust to your environment. They reflect the colors that you wear. You'll understand that over time if you don't catch on to it right now. You'll start noticing. Boy, my eyes look awfully green when I'm wearing this green sweater. Boy, my eyes look awfully blue while I'm wearing this blue sweater. Your eyes reflect the environment, genetics. It's pretty wild, isn't it? No one told me that. You know what I mean? Should I tell you right now? No, I know it because it pertains to myself. It pertains to myself. I refuse to live a life of hatred or anger or rage. I use it as a weapon against emotional people. It's one of the things that fools learn to use their emotions as a weapon. Said for a while now that fools learn to steer emotions and professionals' emotions are programmed. Their emotional responses to the news are programmed into them because of their schooling. I remember, Sean, you're a year younger than me, and I left school 30 years ago. So I speak with 30 years of life experience versus 30 years of indoctrination. People have a hard time with that, right? Because I left home at 15. So I speak with 30 fucking years of experience at 45. I'd be 43. So just about 30 years. "1996 was the last year I was in school full time. That was my freshman year in high school. And before that, I was cum laude. I was the smartest kid in school. It's no joke. Special education, they had me in a Phoenix program. It wasn't called that, but I was in it. Operation Phoenix. There's nowhere for me to go but up. I started at the bottom. There's nowhere to go but up. But up is down and down is up. And the people at the top, where they're crashing, right? They're crashing. I created a bottleneck. You're witnessing it. Your old high school dropout has a following in 37 countries. The only way out is up. I mean, up is down and down is up. I can't go down. I'm already at the bottom. The fuck? Was born there. Right? Born there. Birthed at the bottom. Oh, that's a good question. Who would want to send you the moon? The government? Or God? But some people, government is God, and God is the government. And if they don't have a response for me, then they've been governed by me. Isn't that cute? They can't govern me. I'm too busy governing. I'm doing the governing, right? Governing. Because some of these indoctrinated fools run around thinking government God, GG. And if the government's not your God, then the television is. And that just got a whole lot of people, didn't it? The government is your God or the television? And isn't it cute how most people just do as the television tells them to do? And if you grew up in the 80s, then your parents didn't have time for you, and the television was your babysitter. My biggest problem is I've read somewhere around 10,000 books in my lifetime, and none of them I was required to read. And mostly I was reading because I couldn't stand my own fucking family. Isn't that amazing? So my choice to self-educate early because I couldn't stand my siblings. I didn't want to participate in sibling rivalry. And my parents didn't have time to self-educate or educate their children. It's amazing. But I'm the problem, right?
I'm the problem because I chose to read books. I'm the problem because I chose to ask questions that they couldn't answer. I'm like Charles Bukowski. I want to go to the grave with questions that I created and not your fucking answers. Too many questions, Matthew. You caused them to ask too many questions. And they melted down because of it. They smelted. Well, most children were raised by their nans, your nana. And isn't it funny? The African god's name is Nancy. Ansi. Excuse me, Ansi. They keep telling you to go back to Africa. I'm like, well, look, the African god's name is Ansi. At the end, you got Nazi. And my Nazi is my Nana. And my Nana laughing her ass off right now. My Nana always told you it was trouble with me. And it wasn't just trouble. No, it was a DT. Double trouble. I think my Nana would be shitting bricks if she saw that I was doing political commentary and getting 1 million+ views per year without any degrees, licenses, or permissions to speak, because quite simply and frankly, let me be frank, I'm not your dog. And I'm not going to be befriending people that think I'm a dog. Right? Do you want a dog licking your butthole? No, it's fucking disturbing. You know? I realized a very amazing thing between common grounds between a fool and the king. You know? The fool doesn't owe you an explanation. The king doesn't owe you an explanation either. Right? Common grounds. Kings do things because they can, while the fool does things because the fool can. Say common grounds. I do this because I can. I don't do this because I have to. It was a choice. Right? So the fool doesn't owe you an explanation. The king doesn't either. So, regardless of your feelings, the fools and the kings of this world will perform however they will perform. And they don't give a fuck about your ego. Isn't that amazing? Common grounds between a king and a fool. You know what else? I found common grounds between myself and judges, right? The four has common grounds with judges. I don't have a license to operate the courtroom. I'm holding court right now without a license. That's a felony. Isn't it amazing when you know exactly what you're doing? The blacks and the whites arguing about what the law is. Ginger's over here breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. Hey, who's fucking intellectually superior now, you niggers? You fucking mules? React on it! Shebang! Oh, my ego is huge. It's the size of the universe I exist within. It's everywhere. I'm everywhere. Right? I'm in 37 countries. I'm fucking everywhere. That's the goal anyway. A lot of people are helping me get there. You know what's cool? I'm the rightful king of England. It's my throne. Gotta have the right bloodline. Prince Harry ain't it. Neither is Prince Charles. Fucking inbreds. Man, that's fucking funny. I got more fucking royal blood in my left nut, Prince Harry. This is the revenge of the Araman, the hairy man. How come these royals don't have a fucking hair on their chin? You ever notice that? Right? No beards? What's going on there? Red people are hairy. Hairy like a bear. Because you're pot yeti. You're not fucking human. You're not human, you're not people, you're not persons, you're not your status, you're not your function, you're not your name, you're not your number, you're not your rank, you're not your station. There's a lot of things you're not. So what the fuck are you? An observer, a watcher, a witness, a biological being, living, alive? Are you? Does your brain function? You ask questions like that and you're never going to get an answer because they don't want to look a fool. And so at the end of the day, they're only going to lie to themselves. They can't lie to me. Yeah. Power of being a ginger. You can't lie to me. Because I said so. I spoke it into existence. Power of speech. Power of the living word. The living word is triumphant over the written one. Anyone disagreeing with me? No. I don't see any dissidents. I don't hear any. Do you? Nope. You're not going to either. Your throat chakra is suffering issues. It's got a king in it. Kind of kinky, right? The throat chakra is suffering a king. Ah! Choking. No talking! When you think king, you think clothing and you think what? Regality, what? Robes and a scepter, what? What do you think when you think king? What do you see when you see king? What do you hear when you hear king? Speaking, thinking, talking, poking, knocking, Anunnaki knocking. This is a result of walking. And now I'm stalking, smacking the kings. Bang, bang, bang. Whacking, smacking, shocking, shanking, ducking, docking, dicking, duking around, and lesbians no diking for the king. And I'm also musking it up, stinking, stanking, sharking, choking, smoking, choking, poking, no talking, on parking, no parking, no barking, no back talking, faking dumb, masking my intelligence, faking stupidity so I can witness yours. How do you feel about that, doctor? A lot of power in playing stupid, isn't it? I wonder how all the smart people with their smartphones are feeling right now. Because I'm still analog. Good rice, head, monkeys in the barrel, says Matthew Barrel. Hey, you can't fucking see me. How you doing? How you doing, sir? Ah, fucking wizard chess. What the hell? We're playing wizard's chess, you guys. I haven't lost a session in a long time. Few years. You know what's funny? The more you comprehend the past and history, the more predictable the future becomes currently in the presence of right now, today. And it's only what you do today that matters most, right? Nothing else. What you did yesterday doesn't matter. Tomorrow doesn't matter either because it hasn't happened yet. Or has it? Is that just propaganda? Are we living on some kind of time loop? Has all this shit already happened before? Jeez, I don't know. Wow. Tell the truth and they don't fucking believe you. What kind of world is this? That's right. Silence is murder. Isn't that amazing? I speak and the result is hush. Murder. Must have been because of my good family upraising, right? My parents, oh, they really gave a shit about my existence. Didn't they? I'm pretty sure everybody was trying to kill me since day one, and everybody else wants to treat it like it's a conspiracy. And I think that silence is equal to mass murder. Speak or die. That's simple enough. Am I speaking loud enough? Can you hear me? Andrew! What Andrew? That's King Andrew. Got King Robin over in here, King Andrew. The song's called Hi Ren. Remember Ren and Stimpy? This this song is very creative. How you guys doing today? How's your well-being? Are you being well? What a good song. I created this floor for the dissidents and the black community, horrible. The people who think they're a fucking mess.
Bori. Oh no, I'm a Bori. Must be a Bori. Stand up for anything. We will fall for everything. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, yeah. How we doing, Robin? Today, sir. Nine. Nine. Fucking nine. Holy shit, man. Right? Where isn't it? The better question at this discussing it from nine, root nine, I nine. Do you know that I is the ninth letter in the alphabet? Some people didn't know that. Right? All right. They don't know about the 369, do they? 3 plus 6 plus 9, 18, and 1 missing its tail. It's liking itself, you know? It's wild.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. My music hits me so hard, makes me say, oh my Lord, thank you for blessing me. What am I to rhyme and to hype me? It feels good when you know you're down. A super dope homeboy from the Oak Town, and I'm known as such. And this is a beat you can't touch. I told you, homeboy, you can't touch this. Yeah, that's how we living, and you know you can't touch this. Look in my eyes, man, you can't touch this. Yo, let me bust the funky lyrics. Fresh new kicks and bands. You got it like that. Now you know you wanna dance. So move out of your seat and get a fire girl and catch this beat while it's rolling. Hold on, pump a little bit and let them know what's going on like that. Like that. Go a little bit, just fall on back. Let them know that you're too much. And this is a beat they can't touch. Yo, I told you can't touch this. Why you standing there, man? You can't touch this. Yo, sound the bell. School is in, sucker. You can't touch this. Give me a song, a rhythm, making them sweat. That's what I'm giving them now. They know. They talk about the hammer. They're talking about a show that's hot and tight. Singles are sweating, so pass them away. To learn what's gonna take in the 90s to burn the charts. Legit. Either work hard or you might as well quit. That's word, because you know you can't touch this. You can't touch this. Break it down. Stop. Hammer time. Go. It is said if you can't groove, you probably are dead. So wave your hands in the air. Bust your fingers through your hair. This is it. For a winner, dance and you're gonna get there to move. Slide your up just for a minute. Let's all yeah. You can't touch this. Look, man, you can't touch this. You better get a hype, boy, cause you know you can't touch this. Ring the bell, school's back in. Break it down. Stop. Hammer time. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. Break it down. Stop. Hammer time. Every time you see me, the hammer's just so hype. I'm dope on the floor and I'm magic on the mic. Now why would I ever stop doing this with others making records that just don't hit? I tour around the world from London to the Bay. It's hammer go, hammer empty, hammer yo, hammer and the rest can go and play. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. You can't touch this.
Okay? I'll touch it. I'll touch it. I'll touch it. You know it's easy either. No kidding. I'm coming and keeping the fuck out of you. I got so nothing. Just say my intelligence. Hey! Are you sparking arts and cracking sausage? Sausage! Hey, look, Mama, no sausage! Damn, I'm good thing. Hey, time is ticking and talking. I wonder why I got banned from TikTok King. What? No. What? 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 The one with no degrees and the one with no licenses, right? And the one that's everyone saying no fucking crazy cunt. Oh, you're a fucking dog bitch and you Right! See, that's the truth. Bitches gonna hate. What you gonna do about it? Bark. No barking! Make sure it's eating crap! Cover up that barking backwards, you stupid fuck thing! Fix, fuck you! Where's the king now, motherfucker? Smile! One king! That's what you want to do about it. Not a fucking thing. Wow! They don't like it now. Good. Right? Good. off, you stupid ass 70. Oh, shit. You hear anything? You see anything? You smell anything? Take me in here, right? Thinking, smoking, fucking around, right? Tracking. Hey, your brain, is it fracking yet? Cracking? English is the King's Command and Control Codex. KKK. 11, 11, 11. And 11 plus 11 plus 11 is 23. Multiply that by 33. What do you got? Confusion. 23, 66, 99, 123. Did I miss a beat? Hey, Snippy! You skipping out of here or what? I'm not going to. Hey, Yahoo! Yahoo, we're talking to you! Yeah, I'm excited, you know? That's the sound of silence I hear. Silence of the Lambs. I must be Hannibal Lecter giving a lecture. An institute. Silence. I'm hungry. Eat or be eaten. Speak or die. Pretty cool, right? People die. You're feeling. How about free here?
Thank you.
And then
When you have auto glass damage, Safe Flight. In one easy appointment,
amazing. They don't think about anything, do they? It's like violation of their religion or something. That's nature. That's God. That's not the classroom. Is that about right? One day I was scratching my head and I said, what's God's? Well, God's nature is nature. So where's God? In nature? Not in the book? Where's God? In the church? Not in the home, not in the court, not in the military. Who are you fighting for? The devil? Who's paying me to say these things? God or the devil? You can't tell the difference. There's the irony. Right? There's the paradox. You can't tell the difference between the two. That's a result of mediocrity, conformity, and mundane behavior. And mass psychosis is a result of public indoctrination. There's my prognosis and diagnosis of a gnosis. Suffer of mass psychosis. Under hypnosis.